Good morning, medieval maniacs. Today, tonight, VGK play Vancouver. Not just the best team in the Pacific, but the best team in all the Western Conference, the second best team in the entire NHL, behind only that team that we kicked the shit out of in the Cup Finals last year, who just added Vladimir Tarasenko. Whoa. Got some new faces in town. I like to think they're going to be suiting up for us tonight. And Anthony Mantha and Noah Hannafin. By the way, great job to our management on that Hannafin trade. Giving up a draft pick to Philly to take some of the contract. Beautiful. Which just means we have more money to play with. So, we're probably not done yet. But, task at hand. Vancouver tonight. I'm really afraid. I'm not gonna lie. We I know we could beat them. I mean, our last win was when we beat up on Toronto in that revenge game from when they slaughtered us the week before. But defense, goaltending. We cannot continuously give up 5 goals a game. Like, not even Edmonton could be successful at that pace. Like, I don't know, man. I know there's trade talks about Vancouver possibly trading Lindholm. I would like that trade to go on. That trade to go down like this afternoon. Cause a little distraction in the locker room and hopefully not get the new body in town in time for the game and just create chaos. But I doubt it. If that's the case, they'd wait till after the game most likely. Or it would have already happened. That's all I'm going to say. I'm still the mindset we need to add another goalie or swap out one of our goalies, unfortunately. I know it's a non-popular opinion, but when you look at the goals we're giving up right now, and a lot of it's, yes, our defense hasn't been playing great. I'll acknowledge that. I use that as a lifelong Bruins fan to defend Tuukka Rask many a times, like our defense did. But I never had to do this where it was literally every time he was on the ice. Right now it's like that for pretty much both goalies. Oh, our defense didn't show up. Or bad turnovers. Yeah, but there's been a lot of soft goals too, guys. I don't care how bad the defense is. When somebody gives you there's shots that need to be saved. You cannot win a championship if your goaltenders are not capable of winning you some games that you don't deserve to win. That's just how it goes. Right now, our goalies are costing us games that we should have won, or at least making it so that we had no chance to at least get into overtime and get that extra point. Like, look at the Bruins record. 14 overtime losses. Well, guess what? That's 14 extra points that could have been missed. I know some people are gonna be like, "Oh, that's 28 points." Well, guess what? Well, let's split the difference, 7-7. Either way, that's a lot of games where they probably should have walked away with 0 points, but at least got 1. Even if you split the difference, that's 7 free points right there on half of them. That's something we need to figure out. Like, if we're gonna lose, at least get to overtime, guys. Also, these are the teams we need to beat because if we do pull our heads out of our asses and get to the playoffs, these are the teams we're gonna be playing, not the Blue Jackets and Sabres of the world, thankfully, which obviously they're in another conference. I just have to harp on the fact that we literally lost back-to-back games to Columbus and Buffalo. The Buffalo game was a train wreck. The entire game. I don't even want to... Not the entire game, that's a lie. It was good up until the third period. Let me take that one back. I'm just mixing up our blowout losses right now. We were within, it was 3-2, I believe, after 2, and then I feel like out of all the games this year, that was probably the one that Cassidy's probably the most pissed about, is the way that team just gave up in the third. That's all it came down to. When we gave up that fourth goal to go down by 2, just gave up after that. It was pitiful. But yeah, Columbus. That's a team, guess what? Right now, if we're in the playoffs, there's a good chance, depending on how this goes, that could be the team we see in round 1. Like, right now they have the 1 seed. If the playoffs are right now, they have the 1 seed. We have the 7 seed. So I'm not entirely sure. I haven't actually gone through all the way and saw who would be playing. I believe Dallas, maybe? What I say? But either way, Even if not, we'd see them in the second round if we won the first round, and assuming they win the first round. So yeah, these are the games we need to play. We need to be able to win, especially Western Conference games for sure, but especially Pacific Division games. So hopefully, I'm still expecting. Like I said earlier, I'm expecting one more move at the trade deadline. That's generally how this team rolls. We make big moves. We purposely saved money for a reason. I'm a firm believer in that. The gears are clicking. Sorry if I keep stopping and going a lot. We'll bring up the off season at a later time because I'm just thinking about how some of these acquisitions could affect free agency, and I've said it a lot of times. The last thing this team can afford to do is not re-sign Jonathan Marchessault. So that has to be priorities 1, 2, and 3 this offseason is re-sign Marchessault. There's going to be some losses along the way. Like, I would say probably like Chandler Stevenson might be gone. William Carrier. Though Carrier, we might... I forget I think he's a free agent. We might be able to bring him back for cheap if he really likes playing there. We could probably get him for cheap, especially where Vegas has no income tax, so you don't have to have that big scary number right off the bat, right? Scary against cap space. I'm saying we might be able to get him. If not, though, it sucks. Great guy, OG misfit, but. Stevenson, again, he's done really well lately, but at what price? If it means him or Marchessault, no contest. I'm just trying to think of what other... Maybe Brady McNabb, that's another one. Like, personally, I'd hate to lose it, but one of my favorite things about him has always been his open ice, like, devastating hip checks. I've been able to watch more Golden Knights games this year than any year in the past, and I've seen fewer of those hits from him, which is kind of upsetting. He's a solid defenseman most of the time, but again, if you have to shave anywhere you can shave weight to keep Marchessault, I think you pretty much have to. I'm not entirely sure what his value is going to be. I say 6.5, 7. So that's a lot in hockey. So with that, go Knights, go. Have a great Thursday, Medieval Misfits. And hopefully we can stop the skid tonight. Hopefully those new faces in town bring some energy, shake things up. Any other developing news happens today, I'll let you know.